Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. Today we're going to address an issue that we have to deal with all the time in West Virginia, and that's erosion and maintaining our roads. So we've got an erosion issue here that's exposing bedrock. That's making it a little tricky for me to get up back and forth with my tractor on a regular basis. So let me show you the problem and hopefully how we're going to resolve it. So right here is the road to our farrowing barn, and obviously in season I really need to be up here on a regular basis. Right now this is actually laying fallow for the keep the pigs off of it. But since this has such a steep slope, then the rain keeps washing the dirt down. I need to get some big rock on here, but before I can get some big rock on, I have to take care of this bedrock that's in the way, making it precarious to come down, and of course makes water go down even faster as it washes over the rock. So what I've done in the past is just taken my spud bar, dibble bar, and just come through here and chipped away at stuff, which obviously takes a very long time to do, and takes more of a man than I am to be able to do that on a regular basis. This is heavy and that's a lot of work. So like in this spot in particular, we have this big outcropping of sandstone here that's getting in the way, and you can see some of it's breaking loose. So the idea would be to bust up a lot of this stuff and A, take the angle out of it, but then B, even try to make some channels where the water can run and not flow down the hill as fast. And of course, just by busting up some of this rock, kind of be making my own gravel. So call it Providence, if you will. I was thinking about what to do and was probably going to rent a demolition hammer to be able to do some of this stuff. And a company just reached out to me and said, hey, out of all the thousands and thousands of tools we manufacture, how would you like to demo one of our demolition hammers? It's like, okay, I can take the hint. So we're going to give that a shot. And I'm anxious to try this out. I've never used a demolition hammer before, so we'll see if it can bust up all this stone and get us where we need to. But first we got to get it out, and it's electric, so we got to get our generator ready. So I'm going to put this away, and let's move to a power tool. All right, so the manufacturer of this is a company called VEVOR, and it is an import, of course. But so far, I've really been impressed. The steel that they sent 2 bits. So we've got a spade bit and then have just a regular point bit. I'm going to use the spade bit. This, I wasn't quite sure if my 2,000 watt generator would actually run it, because this is rated up to 3,600 watts. But I think that's for the European voltage, because it can handle both, evidently. So I did try it out already just to make sure it ran before I drug everything down here. But the plan will be to use our small generator here to generate the power we need, and start busting up some stone here to see if we can clear more of a channel that we need. So we're going to get ear protection for me and my lovely camera assistant. it seems to be working really well, but it takes somebody with a lot of grit and fortitude to be able to run this. That's heavy, and that's a lot of work. Much better. This is much better. It's the dog skin. All right, so we got that busted up, man, made a ton of rock. And that's kind of the neat thing about sandstone, of course, is it busts up pretty quickly, pretty good. And it'll break down more as we drive over it. Despite the clingy dog, we were able to get quite a bit of this busted up. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see on grade, just how much better that is. Although the dog, camera hound. So yeah, I got a lot of that knocked down, and you can see where Kelly's standing. All of this bigger, heavy stone over into the ditch where the stone was making the water push over and just really rutting it out. So those bigger stones are going to slow that water down and keep it from being so destructive there as far as erosion goes. But yeah, I got to say, I'm impressed with that tool. It definitely did the trick. I think the way I was running it, I feel that if it had full power, like if I was plugged into to a wall outlet, I could get a little bit more RPMs out of it. I could feel it was kind of limited by my generator, but man, that did great. I'm going to put links below to the VEVOR site. They have tons of stuff. You know, a tool like this, it's obviously something I'm not going to use all the time, so longevity will be the question. But so far, it's been solid, and those bits are solid, really good steel. Everything seems to be, the casing's not plastic, the casing's metal. It seems to be very, very well built. Got a little warm, but didn't get super hot as we were running it, and we ran it for a while. We probably ran it, what, for 45 minutes easily, straight?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, so Kelly ran it. How'd you think it was running, Kel?
I thought it was going to be much tougher to run. It was pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, is that like fulfill your jackhammer dreams now?
I don't think I ever had jackhammer dreams, but you know, it's all good.
All right. So if any of you have jackhammer dreams, then there you go. We'll just kind of leave that alone, actually. So, so we'll just keep an eye on this and see how it goes. We're expecting a lot of rain here in the next 24 to 36 hours. So we'll see how this handles, you know, a bit of a downflow of water. We know some will silt in, but I think with these big stones, you can see, you know, scale of the dog here. You can see left some pretty big rock sizes in this ditch that'll slow that water down. But that's just the type of stuff we face here in West Virginia with elevation, red clay, and lots and lots of rain. All of West Virginia is slowly moving to Louisiana. So, well, we appreciate everybody watching. Say goodnight, Kel.
Good night, Kel.